Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Armored Core for Answer. And this is on to part 8 now. Okay, before I dive into a little bit of lore talk, I guess I'll just take a quick look at the pilot that shut me down that last round. So I found her, and I was a little bit confused for a bit because I could have swore that mission that we were playing was supposed to be a 2v2 fight. Just judging by Noblesse Oblige's dialogue with "I'll take on the blue next." There's no blue next. Although I think that it's dictated on whether you play on normal or hard. I think there's a second armored core on hard. So I'm not too sure who the second next he's referring to is, but this is the armored core that we were just fighting. Let's see. Elite links within Espina, often referred to as the second coming of Joshua O'Brien. She joined and remained affiliated with Raelinar during the ensuing chaos following the Lynx War, one of the first 5 and the only female Lynx of Orca. Okay, that's interesting. So, who the hell is Joshua O'Brien? So Joshua O'Brien, I think I did roughly cover this in one of the older parts, but he was the original White Glint pilot. Because, like I said, the White Glint in this game is piloted by the player character from Armored Core 4. So who you were in Armored Core 4 is the pilot of the current White Glint. You fought Joshua O'Brien at the end of Armored Core 4 because he sort of betrayed you. Because as far as I recall, the lore was he was essentially blackmailed into betraying and fighting you because the League, as I recall it, not so much the League, but pretty much the I'll just sum it up as the governmental group running things in that game pretty much threatened to destroy his colony unless he fought and killed you. So in the final fight, I remember him destroying your colony and you having to fight him, even though he was sort of like a former ally to you. And which is why I guess that whole fight in relation sort of resonated with your character in Armored Core 4 to the point where you decide to take on his mantle instead as the next White Glint. So that's a little bit of the lore that I understand with 4 and for Answer. Now, who is Maximilian Thermador? Okay, so this leader of Orca pilots a Crimson reverse-legged craft. He fights to carry out the closed plan in Raelian's stead. Equal parts romanticist. Okay, I'm not familiar with that word. I'll have to look it up. Visionary and passionate. Okay, I'm usually a little bit more familiar with fancy vocabulary, but this escapes me at the moment. Complex, if not divided man. He is one of the original 5. So, what they mean by that, I'm pretty sure is one of the original top members within the League. There are quite a few of them, such as White Glint. And think about it now, the original top rank within. I can't remember if Claude was still around back then, but the original number 1 rank was. I can't remember the guy's name, but I only remember his Armored Core name, which is Supplice. But no, I don't want to fight him. We'll fight him all in due time here. But Thermador is really actually Stasis or Atstarva. Now, what sort of happened when you fought him with White Glint is he went down, but he wasn't confirmed as KIA. More so MIA, so missing in action. And it sort of implied that that whole fight that you had with him while you're helping White Glint was sort of staged so that he could escape and go underground to further his Orca agendas. And you could sort of understand that he actually isn't really allies with the League when you sort of start the mission, when you defend or fight Lion Arc. It doesn't really matter because Starva says the same thing about sinking the whole lot of the politicians to hell. So obviously he's displaying disdain for Collard and the League, which is why he formed Orca. Now there's a little bit more lore, which I'll get into a little bit later when we actually see the character a little bit more. So, alright, moving on. Now, defending Cradle 03, this mission is... okay. Essentially, if you're playing the genocide, destroy everything ending, it's really actually destroy Cradle 03, and you will be accompanying another Armored Core pilot. His name is Old King, but or is that his Armored Core name? I can't remember exactly. However, since we're defending it, we're going to be fighting him instead, and he is the leader of the Liliana insurgents from, what was it, that one mission we did way at the beginning of the game where there are a bunch of those guys who are attacking the Cradle and we shot them down. So he's trying to finish their job, and in my opinion, they're a bunch of morons that just want to blow shit up. So I don't know if there's anybody who is more versed in Armored Core lore. Just, I don't know, let me know or brief people in the comments or something like that. All right. Let's go save humanity and try to be good people.
Here's the mission. Cradle 03 has become a target of the Orca Brigade. This cradle is home to millions of innocent civilians. Destroying it would be genocide, pure and simple. We will give you special clearance to enter Cradle airspace. Once there, you will protect 03. You will be further compensated if you can keep damage to 03 to a minimum. We hope you will join us in the fight for justice.
Okay, so they say it's the Orca Brigade attacking, but the pilot of, or I'll just refer to him as Old King. Old King is only supporting Orca just to further his own agendas, which is just to kill a whole bunch of people, because he's a freaking psychopath. So, yeah, you pretty much end up destroying more than what they want you to destroy if you're the one attacking the Cradle in this mission.
Commence mission.
Here we go.
Protect Cradle 03. Millions of lives are at stake. You cannot fail.
Yeah, it's a little tricky to find this guy, especially when
Enemy detected.
they're pretty much tiny little
Closing in.
specks on the screen.
Enemy nexts and multiple combat drones.
Yeah. I don't remember this mission being too hard, but if you get careless, it can be a bit of a tricky mission.
This cradle system is well designed. All of the targets are in a nice, neat row.
Alright, come on. Where you at? Oh, there he is. All the way up there, huh? Damn, I should have just stayed up there. Shit. Okay, he's gonna try using the drones to sort of distract you or to attack the cradles themselves. So with the drones, just be aggressive with them. I don't think they're that much of an issue, or at least, okay, there's at least one attack that you should be warned of, which is if they draw their energy blades, they'll start flying towards you, but it's not that hard of an attack to dodge. Come on. This is where you really got to keep your eyes glued to the radar a little, rather than just tracking by eyesight. Where is this guy? There he is. You can tell because he flies a little bit more sporadically. Yeah. He is a lightweight, I believe. And he's armed with a shotgun and a machine gun and a few missiles. Where are you at? These missiles are also a little tricky to dodge. You can't quite use the same strat that I taught you guys at the start. You sort of have to fly in a really tight circle to avoid most of them. That's what I usually do. Or you could shoot them down. Come on.
It's always too
Down you go.
Your time is
Have a nice trip to hell.
Live and die by the barrel of a gun.
Confirmed. Enemy next destroyed. Confirmed. All targets destroyed. Mission complete. Well done. You were their savior today.
Huh. I could have swore there are more drones, but I guess they're only that... Like, what? Two that we fought? I think there's probably more in Harden. Oh, an S rank. I was actually expecting an A rank, but I guess I kept my AP high enough. Because usually what I do is I gauge my ranking judging by how much damage I've sustained. And in the case of Stormhowl, usually around the 21,000 AP mark is when I start getting the warning of AP down 40%. And that is a good indication of how much damage you've sustained and whether you'll get, like, an S rank or not. Okay, there's only, like... Let's see, what mission is after this? I think the final mission is already after this, so... Yeah, we're gonna wrap things up pretty soon here, but this mission's pretty fun. I kind of like this map. Yeah, it's a map that's not used all too often. It's really big, though. It's, like, freaking huge. And the armored cores that you have to fight in this one are... heavyweights, as I recall. And one of them, I sort of circle strafe. He's basically just a giant Gatling turret. Is sort of how I handle him. It's more so the other one that's a little bit more mobile that I worry about. So I believe my strat was I deal with the mobile one first, and then the big guy last. And you're not on your own. You're gonna be paired with another armored core named Rider Palash, and she's a little bit important. In fact, I guess I'll quickly pull her bio up a little bit here, just to show you where she sort of fits in the lore. Just a bit with what I know. So, Interior's female Lynx, often referred to as GA's disaster. I'm not too sure why that is. I'll probably have to look up that lore myself. Also known as the Brass Maiden by many frontline soldiers. Her craft is Rider Palash. Her craft, the Rider Palash, is lightweight but strikes hard. Yes, that is true. An aggressive Lynx who is famous for never failing a mission. So, she's kind of a glass cannon, because she can go down really fast being a lightweight, but boy oh boy is she annoying to fight if she's your enemy. Like, one-on-one she's not so bad. She's actually super easy one-on-one. But if she's paired with somebody, oh god, she's a pain in the ass. So she's often one of the few that I really do want to take out first if I have to fight her in like a 2v1 or whatever. Which is why I don't want to go the Orca route, because you have to fight her and... Oh, where is her buddy? No, not him. Was it him? No, it was this guy. Yeah, in the Orca ending, you have to fight her along with this guy, and both of them together are just annoying. So it's usually the lightweights that are annoying, because they hit hard, but they're really fast. They'll fly around like an annoying ass little mosquito. Alright, let's get to it.
Here's the mission. Destroy the Orca forces occupying Big Box. Big Box is a fortified city that years ago served as GA America's main center of power. However, it was abandoned when the Cradles were built. Orca saw their opportunity and illegally seized the facility. Orca is now operating the Big Box defense system, and it has been restored to its peak operating capacity. This was once known as an impregnable fortress. Exercise extreme caution. We have also requested the help of the Rank 3 Next Rider Palash. Cooperate with her when carrying out the operation. You are the only ones who can complete this mission. It's up to you to stop this violent organization.
For anybody who's wondering, I believe Rider Palash, it's a name of a sword, like, it's a sword type, I want to say, and if I recall, its origins was either Dutch or Danish, I think. I don't remember exactly. I have to look it up again, but something along the lines of that. Alright, let's get started.
Commence mission. Eliminate the Orca Brigade.
Oh boy, that is one giant ass building.
Let's take down the enemy next.
I mean, if it makes armored cores, which are around like 100, 120 feet tall, seem this small, I mean, holy crap, this place is huge. So, you want to take out this guy first. Try to take him out here, where you can use the elevation as cover against the other armored core, because the other guy will just chew through your armor and shit. And this guy, oh man, he's easy. There we go, just like that. Down he goes. Let's see what you got. You got 2 cannons, grenade launcher, and a missile launcher. Yeah. No, you're not gonna take me on with that. And then this guy, circle strafe the crap out of him. And funny enough, he gets stuck. But he's a thick boy. So he'll take a beating. Yeah, you could definitely cheese him by using cover. I think he just hit me with the cannon because I felt a stagger. Okay. I hope he gets distracted by Rider Palash. Because if she can keep him distracted, then... And in the case of these two, yeah, that's true. Down you go.
So this is the end of the line? I have no regrets. Thanks for the fun times, Malsa.
Confirmed. Enemy next.
I mean,
destroyed.
like, look at the scale of this place. Like, this is a transport cargo chopper.
Looks like mission accomplished.
So you be the size of an ant.
That's one massive gravestone.
Comparison here.
They shouldn't have any complaints.
Massive gravestone, yeah. Totally. So, holy crap. The freaking budget for the size of this building? That'd be ridiculous. Yeah, there we go. Probably one of the easiest S ranks to get.
The fighting concentrated on the world's largest Arteria facility, the Cranium, with both the League and Orca seeking to wrest control from each other. But in the final moments of the fierce battle, the League's attitude shifted dramatically. Seemingly overnight, they began to disengage from the conflict. It was a secret pact. The League agreed to turn a blind eye to Orca. In return, Orca would protect the corporation's leaders and keep their dark secrets. It It turned out that the Orca leadership were as calculating as their corporate rivals. Their own security came first. They also knew well that the aftermath of the widespread destruction would spur the reins of economic growth. Now, nothing could stop Orca. Nothing, except for Windy Fanshin and her allies. They broke off from Collard and began operating independently.
I'm only going to say this once. Stay out of Orca's way. Leave them be. This comes from the very top decision makers in both the League and Collard.
Is there a reason for this?
Reason? Since when did Collard need to explain itself to you?
I guess being stonewalled is better than being lied to. I suppose they're going to pretend this is all to protect the civilians, right?
Well, do you care anyway? You're just another mech, like all the rest. Do you care about your pride, Win?
Of course I do. Otherwise, aren't we just in the business of killing?
Okay. Final mission, guys. We're gonna try to save everyone. So, as the cutscene stated, the pilot of Ryder Palash, Windy Fanshin, decided to go rogue and break off from the League to pretty much try to save humanity because corporations decide to bend their knees and give in to Orca's demands because they're a bunch of elitist corporate assholes. So, screw them. Yeah. And we're gonna go help her. So, let's see what else. Pay attention to what, pay attention to what Win says once we defeat, Thermador in this line. She calls Utstarva. She calls it by the name Utstarva, which obviously explains as to like what I was talking about in the previous part with him being the same person as Stasis' pilot. So Utstarva and Maximilian are the same person. There's also implications that they might have had a relationship in the past, so that is sort of a bit of trivia there. Okay, as for strategy, this is probably one of the missions where you really want something that has air superiority and like can fly around quite a bit, and this is why I built Stormhell the way it is, along with like most of my armored core builds, because you're going to be it's going to be a 2v2 fight. You're going to be fighting Thermador and one other pilot who's the pilot of the armored core Split Moon. Split Moon is a melee build, so he's just gonna try to home after you and hit you with the Moonlight laser blade. Essentially, I think he dual wields them. So the nice thing is like if you stay in the air, Split Moon's not gonna be able to hit you. If you're on the ground, he can basically two-shot you if you're not like careful. So he's just really aggressive and he'll frickin' kill you fast if you stay on the ground. This is why you want to stay up in the air. And the only guy that you have to worry about is Thermador at that point. Once you kill Thermador, then you can worry about Split Moon after. So that's the strategy here.
This is Windy Fanshin. I need your assistance. I want you to join me in a mission. We need to deal with the Orca forces who are planning to attack the Arteria Cranium. Without the Cranium, the Cradles will lose their wings. Many of the people who spent their lives breathing clean air wouldn't survive on the polluted surface. The League is aware of this, and is secretly complicit in Orca's plan. This request comes from me personally. It won't be much, but we can pay you for your services. And that's all. I'm not gonna waste time with fancy speeches. Give me your answer soon.
Okay, we're probably gonna bleed over the time limit just a tad bit, but I'll let it slide just because this is the final part. And yes, thank you for no big fancy speeches, because that would probably extend this runtime a little longer.
The cranium's core is just up ahead. I am in your debt. Thank you.
I didn't realize you would sacrifice so much. We could use more soldiers like you.
So we're willing to get in trouble with the League just to save people.
Guess you are content to rot with the rest of them.
Which, fine by me. Oh, shit. Okay, you can go a little higher than I remembered. But it wasn't a solid direct hit. So I think we should be fine. And I need to move more, that's why. Yeah, I mean, look at this persistent bastard. Just strafing out. You know what? I just remembered what I should be doing. I need to clear up more space. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you don't really need to go further down over there. Over here should be good. And there we go. I believe that is Thermador, because if it was Split Moon, you'd be seeing orange streaks because he's using side thrusters and a back booster. Oh, you're going down, buddy. Thermador is trying to use jammers as well. I believe he has jammers on his aircraft. Oh, the aircraft. What am I talking about? Maybe you're thinking about Ace Combat, which, I don't know, that sounds like...
Is this really
Down you go.
to lose everything?
Enemy next destroyed. One more to go.
Okay, now for the little bit more annoying part, but yeah, Ace Combat is a let's play I'd like to try next, maybe. Yeah, that's persistent prick. So he's a lot easier once you've dealt with Thermador. Right? Because now it's just you and Win. I wish you would go after her a little bit more so I could just literally spray him down and bomb him. Come on. Oh, God. Like, the only thing I really have to worry about right now is probably just running out of ammo. Which I think has happened to me in the past. I hope Win is doing enough damage to him, so... God, would you stop going after me? Close. There we go. Jerk. Where did he land?
Bare your soul.
Oh, he got stuck up here. That's hilarious.
They will cause the downfall of humanity.
Okay, I was wrong. He has one laser.
I don't see humanity anywhere else, Darva.
Yeah, there's the line.
That mankind would be safe to dream, floating among the clouds. Is that your answer? So be it.
Okay, I'll talk more after this.
Maltzel fell at Big Box, and Maximilian Thermador at Cranium. In an instant, the backbone of Orca was broken. The League rewarded their Link saviors with glowing eulogies. They hunted down the remnants of Orca, and once again secured the dignity of their rule. We have at long last restored peace to our world, they proclaimed. The cradles continued to float serenely above the planet. Within them, people soon forgot the terrible danger that had threatened their existence.
Okay, there we go. We just finished Armored Core Francer, the League ending. Anyways, like I said, I'm not going to do the other two endings. They're just too annoying to do. And yeah, just wanted to point out that line that Windy Mansion was talking about at the end there. Yeah, what I was going to say was, yeah, Split Moon only has one Moonlight Laser Blade. But yeah, so I hope you guys all enjoyed this short and relatively simple Let's Play. I was just in a really like mech action mood. I just wanted to sort of show people what they're sort of missing out on in terms of like Armored Core to an extent, because like I said at the beginning of the Let's Play, there's often times when people reference Armored Core's customization system. Maybe it might be older Armored Core, but Armored Core in general has always had a very in-depth, very complicated customization system. But it's something that isn't as common in most mech action games, especially nowadays, and I guess I can understand why people want something a little bit more simplistic, but there haven't really been any sort of mech action games of this caliber in a long while, and the closest thing to it was Daemon X Machina for the Nintendo Switch, but that was sort of a very like under the radar kind of game, very niche, not very many people knew about it, and part of it was the marketing was also poorly handled because of, boy oh boy, copyright strikes, because of these like publishers loving to just copyright strike people when they're trying to cover their games and promote it. But I guess that's that. Not much more we can really do over that. So yeah, the closest game that I was able to play in recent was just Daemon X Machina. That's very similar to Armored Core. And I believe Daemon X also has many of the developers from the Armored Core development staff move on over there, because I guess From Software is now just well known for the Dark Souls series and like the Souls game, so that is what it is now. Most of like their developers are there now, so I don't know, who knows what the future will bring with Armored Core. Like, fingers crossed that a new Armored Core game would come out. 5, oh god, like 5 that was okay. My stance is I did not like 5. 5 was trash. It was bad. It is more so like trying to like, unless like I guess if you're playing more multiplayer, I can see the appeal of it, but even then I didn't have fun with 5 at all, and I know I'm not the only one who shares this sentiment. So yeah, that's my take on Armored Core, and great mech action series. Like, if you're willing to commit with like some time and like patience to try learn the mechanics, actually get good at it, it can be fun. Like, a good chunk of it is just tuning the mech and having fun with tuning it. So which is why I often compare it to car tuning, because it's just that in depth to an extent. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play, and it's been fun recording it for the most part and everything. So I don't know what I'll do next, but stay tuned, guys. And if you like the video, leave a like. If not, dislike. If you're interested in more content like this, then subscribe, and please share this with your friends if you think this is something that is right up their alley. So until next time, guys, see yas.